Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where we are once again back in the city of Westwood, where I want to do one thing over here on our trade school that I think I can do. Yeah, we kind of forgot a thing. Kind of forgot a couple things in the last one. Though in the last one, I think we just had gotten to 3, and we were planning on doing this stuff next. I want the statues, I want them to be on this corner, but they're being contrary. Also, wait for that bus to go by. There we go. What does that do to my bus route, though? It's fine. Okay, cool. I thought it was going to cause it to loop back around, not to wait twice, but no, it's fine. I just want to kind of open that up, get a little more space in there. So let's pause for just a minute. We're going to get rid of that temporarily and put this statue in. Come on, you can do it. You were going to do it. You turned green for a split second. All right, we'll move you over like that. We'll move the statue as far that way as we can, and then we'll bump this over as far as we can. Just get that 1 pixel. There we go. And then let's see. I'm not going to put it in, but I want to make sure I can get this other statue in. Yeah, we'll be able to get this other statue in once we reach the next level, or level 5, I think it is. There we go. Also, this thing in the middle of the screen again. Don't know why. But it's there. So I can unpause. I just want to make this look a little nicer in here real quick. I don't think this thing has snap twos on it, but that's not going to stop me from bringing a path in. That's ugly. Let's use the cement paths. I'd rather it match the park. Well, it's not a park. It's an outdoor study area, but you know what I mean. And then we're going to kind of do the same thing that direction. And the same thing that direction, just to give it some connectivity. I just think that makes it look like it fits in the space a little bit better. What I'm wondering is, can we also then... Well, fountains won't fit, I can tell already. But will statues fit there? No, they would have if I wouldn't have put the path in. No, actually they wouldn't have. They would have fit back here if I wouldn't have put the path in. Yeah, but... Oh well, I want that path. Though I could just go boop and boop instead and have a statue back there. I don't know. Things to consider. But for now, that's all I'm worried about. It's going to be a while before we hit our next level. So that's mainly a population issue. Though we're only about 600 away from reaching where we need to be. So I bet if I speed this up, a lot of this will fill in. The only thing holding back, well, that's a lot of trees. The only thing holding back our forestry industry right now is workers. That's it. Everything else is in place. So we gotta get some workers out here, which will probably kind of sort itself out once we go with some high density stuff. Once we reach 11,000, why is that not the same gap? Oh, it is. I thought we had an extra space in there, but we don't. I'm just seeing things. Is that what happens when you record videos at 12:16 in the morning? I don't know. 12:16 is not that late. That's pretty normal for me. So I doubt it's the hour. It's more just the user. What we in the IT industry, call a PEBCAC error. So yeah, we're doing good. We're almost to 11,000. So I'm gonna let this sit for just a second here. I bet we're gonna get there, and then I'm gonna immediately dezone all that to turn it into high density. I'd really like to kind of drive unemployment. I mean, look, we're ready to do like 3 upgrades here. So yeah, we're just not there because of employees are close. But not where we need to be. Mainly because, everybody has a job. And they're also starting to get educated, so they don't really want to come work over here because there aren't a lot of jobs for highly educated people. 14 out of the 15 are filled, but 37 out of 204 of the uneducated jobs are not filled. What we might wind up doing is having a little subdivision here that is let go of education. There we go. Let's pause for just a moment because I now want to dezone all of this that we just did in the last video. I know it's silly, but this was just here to help us reach that population milestone. Now we're going to come in with a lot of commercial. Go ahead and give ourselves right away for our future road expansion here. And then we want to come in with commercial here. And we'll do a little commercial there. Why not? But along the back here, I mean, we don't have a huge industry or office demand, but it's not going to stop me from zoning it. Let's get that in. And then we'll bring our offices up. And then we're going to do 4 deep here. That's 3, that's 4. And we're going to do 4 deep over here. There we go. And then we're going to let this all clear out. So I just want to see where I want to do some low density commercial. I can already see a couple spots that I want to add it. One thing we are going to do, I kind of like leaving these parks as like a little destination and not zoning anything else in, especially when we're doing high density. I just think it kind of gives a nice little area for people to go. That's really not wanting to go straight, so we're going to turn off everything to angle here. There we go, and we'll run that right out as far as we can. We'll do, that one's going to intersect the elementary school, but not for long. There we go, and then I'd like to do one from there as well. Cool. That just gives us a little more access. We can put some trees in there and make that look really special. So I think that's most everything. I just want to check my coverages. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So I'm going to get rid of our existing fire and all of that. And we're going to come over to this side and see. Let's turn Anarchy off. And see if this gets us good coverage. I think it's going to. Come on. Let's speed up time. There we go. Oh, wait, before we let these guys start building. Oh, I forgot to do a thing. Wabam. There we go. That'll help considerably. And then healthcare coverage. We're just going to go for a hospital. What's there that this space is already occupied? It's just shops. Go away. There we go. We still don't have crematoriums. Boo. So we do have that. And we don't have an elder care. I don't know why I didn't put an elder care in this section. I like having them overlap and cover the city because it helps out quite a bit. I'm going to let it run at just a slow speed here. Let's see. Are these buildings starting to disappear? They are. And of course we have no demand right now. So, oopsie. I did a zoning oops there. So now I can see kind of where I would like to have just some pockets of commercial here. We'll run just like right there by the elder care facility and then back down by this high school. But we're going to do like some smaller corner shops. I think over here by this park, you know, I know one of my favorite parks where I used to live. Oh, okay. Hello. Are we going to, there we go. One of my favorite parks where I used to live in Missouri, it had like an ice cream shop and like a local mom and pop burger shop and stuff like that just across the street from it. So you could go to the park and enjoy just a lovely afternoon at a beautiful park. The park had caves and all kinds of fun stuff. And play areas for the kids and a really nice pond with ducks and lots of walking trails and biking trails. And then you had a workout center in it. And it was awesome. But anyways, you know, it was nice because you could go there and make like an afternoon of it because you could get ice cream, you could get a burger, an actual, you know, somewhat meal, even though, you know, it was a burger, but still. It was nice to have those, I guess, amenities right across the street from a city park. Okay, we screwed up here. Let's fix this while we see it and before things start zoning in. Or building in the zoning, I should say. There we go. That's a problem solved. I'm going to go ahead and unpause now. So why is this park here if there's no school here? Oh, well, we'll leave it. Actually, we'll change it. I must have had a school there at one point. We're going to leave a park here, but I want to do... Oh, not that park. This guy. Something a little different there. And what we'll do is take up a bit of the space here and just make a connection like that. Don't really lose a whole lot by doing that, but it does make it look a little nicer on that end. And again, we can throw some trees in there. We got a lot of those weird gaps again. Don't really know what's up with that. So that's the first thing I wanted to do. And we're just going to let that run. The second thing I want to do is we now have trains. And I'm going to get that right here, right on the edge, so that we've got a long lead up to it. And then we just need to get this hooked in to the existing rail line. I'm going to come out 2 to both sides. I'm going to get our freeform tool and just kind of bring it down pretty far. So we've got a good gap there, but I don't know that I want to go that far to this side. We'll do it. What was this one? Oh, it's 2460. Let's try to get it about the same here. Right there. Cool. And that'll get us cargo trains. And that should help a lot with industry, especially as it will eventually start making a return. I don't think we've yet unlocked our larger... No, we haven't. Have we unlocked the larger garbage facilities yet? We have not. How are we doing on utilities? Right now, we're fine, but I bet with this high-density stuff going in, we're probably going to see that change very soon. So we'll probably want to keep an eye on that. While this stuff is growing in, I think this is a good opportunity. If we take a look at our land values, they're good. Like, we've got solid land values, and as things build in, they come up to pretty much the highest they could be, but they could be better. And some of the policies that I really like to use that really help around this part of the game, really get things up and running and get you moving, is these 4 policies here. I know a lot of people don't really care for them. I like them. But real quick, I just want to look and see if there's anything in this area that I would like to turn on. Nah, we're good there for now. And see if there's anything else down here. We could maybe filter industrial waste. That might help us some. We'll see what it looks like. But we are going to turn on all 4 of these. And what we should see is increased land values across the board. Yeah, that brought us instantly up to 61 cents. So a 5-cent average immediate. I don't have a whole lot of districts painted in to be able to judge. What that should also help us with is over here in our school, as we get more people moving in. Hey, look at that. We should get this number up so that hopefully we can get to our next campus level. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just plop down a bunch of statues. What were we at? 600 out of 900? I should do it. Yeah, oh, that's more than does it. Cool. Awesome. So we should get our next academic work. I bet we'll get back up to where we need to be on students fairly quickly. We're good on all of those capacities, but we just don't have a whole lot of university students. And that's because we just wiped out a big section of town, and now we're asking it to rebuild. And I've still got these weird gaps. It's doing it this thing again, where it just gets rid of like 2 little tiles and causes those houses to... See, it did it there. This has been an ongoing problem. I mentioned a couple episodes ago, I actually lost 5 recordings because of audio problems. I didn't realize that it was having audio problems. I sat down, recorded all 5, and then went to edit them, and they were all just useless. And this area had that problem happen too, though it doesn't seem like this time around it is. I was about to say tonight because I'm recording these all in one night. 3 or 4 again. Maybe 5, just depends. I think I could condense the 5 down into 4. I didn't zone in here, did I? Yeah, I want to make sure I left those parks alone. And I'm going to leave just this little gap right here. I'm not going to just put anything. You know, we could put, I guess, maybe some small commercial right there. Why not? All right, so you are now to level dose, which gives us a couple things. First, it gave us the furniture factory, which I do want to plop down there. I'm going to give them a small warehouse for their unique goods. Not a very big one, just a little guy. And then it's never going to get anything done without also adding in the ability to produce paper. So again, I'm just going to throw 4 of these in for now. I think it'll be plenty. I hope it'll be plenty. And we'll give them a warehouse for said paper. Well, we'll just put that right here on the collector where it doesn't belong. But oh, and immediately this upgrades. Cool. We're not going to do anything else with it for a while, though. Mainly because it's still got a little to go, and it's also got a little bit to go on workers. Though we now have room for 700 workers. And believe it or not, I'm hoping unemployment kind of increases. Though we have no demand for anything right now, which is kind of scary because I'm really wanting to get there by the end of our academic year. It looks like we're going to miss this academic year and have to wait until the next one, which means I'm kind of at an impasse of things to work on. So what we're going to do is look at an area where I'd like to eventually expand some of our utilities. I'm sure electric and water are going to need some expansion. So I want to get that under consideration. And I don't know exactly how we're going to deal with the rail being right here just yet. I don't know if we're going to build bridges over or what. One other thing I need to do with the rail, though, you can see we've got a point here where the 2 lines merge. So somebody coming in this direction could go there or they could go there. That's awesome. Somebody coming this direction, however, cannot get back out this direction. And sometimes, and the freight can't ship that direction. You know, and we want them to have options. So I'm going to go about here and do my best to make a decent little connection here. I don't want it to be too sharp. And then we're going to kind of bring it up to here, and then let's go to there. I'm using these guidelines to kind of help inform where's a good place to do this. And then bring this down here, and then bring that, whoops, that'll work. And then those should all be connected. That's fairly smooth. It is a sharp turn for the trains, but you would think they'd be slowing down this area anyway because of the depot. We may need to eventually separate out passenger and freight and all of that, but that is definitely not a problem for today. Then down here, we are going to repeat what we've done up higher. I don't want to come all the way out to that arterial. Let's get close to it. We'll sneak up on it a little bit, but not actually connect to it. Granted, that arterial is not doing a whole lot for us right now, simply because it's literally going nowhere. But it's there to kind of mark the boundary of the area, and this one's not gonna be able to go in there because of where the railroad is, and that's just fine by me. So that'll give us a little more space to think about for utilities and stuff like that. One thing I would like to throw in here, though, we do not have a disaster recovery building. These don't generate a whole lot of vehicles until there is actually a disaster. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it in. I really want to put a road here, but then I'm afraid that I'll have trucks using it as a shortcut. I guess what we could do is just not connect it. And then throw this on here. There we go. And it's also a good time to go ahead and think about disaster shelters. We're going to go ahead and just take up some of this space where people have already built their homes. We've got 14,000 people right now, so 2 will be sufficient in the whole town. That'll be plenty. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Oh, death care. Why are you doing this to me? I was really hoping to not need another cemetery, but it looks like our cemetery is full. So what I'm going to do is just throw one in, and then we'll empty it. You're not even full. Why are we having trouble? I guess it's so close to full that they're not keeping up. How many dead people we have laying around? Only 110. It's not too bad. It's probably also why we aren't hitting that 18,000 very fast, because usually once you hit those big business policies and things, you jump up pretty quick. I'm considering adding, I really want to have a passenger train station in here somewhere, but again, it's the issue of if I put it off of this line, then they can't go out that way unless I also make a connection here. Oh, hi. And I don't want yet another connection coming through here. I mean, I could put one. We could turn anarchy on and just put this here and boom, connect it. That would be about really the only thing we could do. But what I'm going to do is I want to look at our train. So it looks like I can get this segment out a few more blocks. And we're just going to build some roads while we wait for things to happen here. So I'm going to go 1260. And then on this end, we can, right here, actually get in those without any problem. And then down here, we want to... Okay, that was not straight whatsoever. So we won't be able to get a bridge over there, but we'll be able to get a bridge over that one. And I'll turn the train view back on. So we're not going to get a whole lot out of this, but we'll get just a small little area. Let's go ahead and just do block by block. That would be smarter. There we go. I think I can get a bridge up and over that. So then I want to continue this road out. But this is where we're going to get into some weirdness. Because we start getting so far away from the highway. It's because you're stuck. Wait, why are you not? We're like 16 meters in the air. Why are you just sitting there? Can you go 8? You can go 8. So that's 10. Oh, maybe that's not 10. Distance too short if I do that. Oof. Big oof. Also, I wanted to see... You see right here, I can start getting a whole other block. That's where that needs to go. What if we get rid of that, bring this up as short as I can? Come on. Come on. You could do it. Hop on out there. There you go. And then connect that. That's fine. I can live with that. So since we can't get a bridge in here, this is be an area that we could go ahead and bring that up and just like cul-de-sac that. Not the best solution, but hey, what are you gonna do? And then I want to, again, my trains are good out here. Terrain. I know I say the word terrain weird. People think I'm saying train. Like choo-choo, but I'm not. Just how I say it, okay? Deal with it. I don't think I'm going to get a bridge up and over. Yeah, slope too steep. This is probably even going to be pushing it. Oh, it's okay with that. Cool. Connectivity is key. So what I'm thinking is come in here at like an angle with a road like parallel to the tracks. Kind of would like to see where this is going to be. So I'm going to turn off road bending. And I'm going to turn on anarchy. And then I'm going to try to get this parallel to the tracks. It looks like it is. Yeah? Yeah. And do something kind of strange down here. Back that off and then make a turn. And this is one of those things I was talking about an episode or two ago about you can come in and break up a grid in places. And then on this end, we can maybe... Oh, hey, look what we did. You can maybe clean this up a little bit, though I'm not sure what that's going to look like. I mean, that's a better thing there, and then I guess we could just bring this down like that. Ooh, come back. And that should leave us enough space for a passenger train. I really don't think that's parallel to the railroad tracks. I just don't think it is. So maybe we use the railroad tracks as our guideline instead. So that's where we want that to be. Now we know that it's definitely parallel to the tracks. And then there's that. Okay, I guess it was. It just doesn't look like it. And then that'll let us get a passenger train station in, though I'm thinking I'd like to use one of the creator pack ones just because we can. They just look nicer. We've got this one that would allow us to have a bypass should we decide to. Though what would we really be bypassing? Because I doubt we're going to build much out that way. I mean, we may eventually have some train lines that come this way, but I doubt it. Hold on, let me get my grid finished out here in a way that makes me happy. And then we'll look at what we can do for a train station. Let's turn anarchy back off. So that's going to be really close to there, so we won't get a connection right there, sadly. And then that's going to be the end of that one. So let's see where we can get some connections through here. I was kind of hoping I'd get one right there. So let's try to go right between these two. An angle up that way, and then maybe get a little connection in there. Obviously, we're not going to get one there. And then here, we'll come down like that, and then this can just be a bigger area. I'm fine with that. We can do parks. We can do anything we want. It's our world. We can do what we want. Sadly, that means the collector does not run up through here. It's all right. Will this big guy fit? Ooh, it's just a little too large to fit in that spot. This one would fit, but again, do we really need? Well, we might wind up needing something, though, that has multiple stations. Because we may want multiple destinations. Plus, I just kind of like the look of that track. I think it's nice. So, yeah, we are going to have to do something here. Just so the trains have a way to get in and out. So what I'm going to do is turn on anarchy. And I'm going to bring this straight out. And then we'll use move it to clean this up. And then I can turn anarchy off. And I should be able to get this to connect. There we go. And then down here, we just need to actually probably use a node controller on this node and just square it off. No, not even that takes care of it. Bump them way back. No, that's dumb. That's not going to do it. So what I want to do is grab this node and just bring it out. So we have like a slight bend there. And then kind of bend this direction. And I just want this to look a little better. Because right now it looks like trash. That's not too bad, but I think that's too much of a bend there. Now let's see what we can do with node controller. If I back off the blue and the red so that they're not overlapping each other. I mean, that's a huge, huge, huge distance. But I think it's worth it. And then maybe bring green up. Yeah, I think that's kind of worth it. Let's see if we can't get them to line up a little better here. There, I like that. And then that gets us the ability for this train to be able to go that way or that way. So that works really well. And then this train, of course, can turn that way and then can get up on that line as well. Cool, 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 cool. So let's get some water pipes out here. I'm just going to run on under this road for now. I want to start thinking about tourism a little bit as well. That's why I really wanted this train station in. It would really be a better idea to connect said train station, though. That would probably make it function a little bit better. And if I had to guess, it doesn't want to do a very long connection here. So we're going to have a pretty steep approach. Nope. I want them to be the same on both sides, and that snap to got me. There we go. That looks like that's got it. And then this one is pretty happy to be a little bit longer, so it's not exactly the same. But, and of course, I don't have the mod enabled that lets me click that button. But for now, that's the only train station, so we want intercity trains coming there. So cool, we've got the train. We are going to get there on our campus, so in the next video, we'll be able to do something there. And then for our forestry, it's just going to be a matter of getting this up to 13,500 and getting enough workers over here. What's our unemployment like? I'm surprised it's not higher. I'm guessing a lot of these buildings haven't upgraded, but we're also going to relocate some utilities real quick before we wrap it up tonight. This episode, I should say. And we're going to throw in, I think I can get these back to back right here. Yeah. These don't really generate any traffic, so I'm okay with them being on the road where the train station is. And we'll just give this thing a few redundant connections. And now I can come up here and free up this space. So we've basically, built new facilities in the city, decommissioned some old ones, and we still have way, way more than we need. And then we're going to also come in here and hopefully, let's not kill the city doing this. I'm going to go in with our larger water towers. I'm going to give these a little bit of space off of each other. So that's one. Let's go 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Just kind of mirror that. And then those should come online pretty quick. And that's now way overproducing. So we can also get rid of these 3. And that one gone. And then I'm going to kill our water temporarily, because now they have no power, but we're going to fix that, hopefully with an earthquake sensor. That should just jump that. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And water is running fine. So the last thing that I want to touch is, one, we never put the emergency management center in. I thought we did. Oh, no, we did. It's right there. I was thinking it was going to go there. I want to, real quick, before we go, since we now have in disaster recovery, I want to get in our helicopter guys as well. I want to get him as close to that water as we can. And I'm going to go ahead and do all 3 of them. If I can get all 3 of them in here, I think that I can. There we go. And then last little detail here. We got a lot of office space that isn't developing. Guess what? That's perfect for crematoriums. We're going to go ahead and empty that guy. And we're going to spam out a bunch of crematoriums here, trying to find empty spaces, like here where these houses were building smaller earlier. That's good. We will keep this cemetery. I usually keep the first cemetery that I plop down. Sentimentality, I guess. I don't know. We could maybe fit one in here behind the campus area, but that's kind of silly, so we'll go there. That will eventually have coverage on that side. These guys don't have the best coverage over here, so let's just sneak one in back here. And I'm even going to throw some in the industry areas, just so if people die back here, they can, have their bodies properly carted off. Is that the word? Actually, I built that on a collector and I didn't mean to. Carted off. I don't think that's really what we want to refer to as our dead relatives, but it's what I said, so whatever. So we just need to wait for that to empty, which won't take very long. I'll just delete it between videos. And that's going to wrap it up for this one. So until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.